down evegate again, like normal.
We've changed what baits we've been using. We've literally brought.
This is what it feels like.
I'm literally only using 8mm pellets, tiny, because we've been told that down here they do quite well on just tiny hook baits. So we're using 8mm pellet with some mixed pellet in a PVA. Well, I'm using mixed pellet in a PVA bag. I've actually got a size 10 hook on one of my rigs to see if that helps, and a size 8 on the other. Still normal hair rig, just like I say, with an 8mm pellet on it. I should, if I get a chance, be showing you how to tie a hair rig. I've already had a fish, but it snapped my my rig
because you got hooked up on the thing.
So, and it felt a decent size as well.
It did look nice.
Yeah, but I blame Mitchell because he didn't net it quick enough.
You were hooked on the swim.
Yeah, well,
I couldn't get to the fish.
It's your fault.
I couldn't get the fish.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll have another one in a minute. We're not doing a challenge today,
no.
So yeah, that's it. Hopefully we can catch something.
I've got obviously a feeder on like normal, but I'm using soaked pellet. Now I haven't soaked my pellet too much. I'll show you in a minute, but I haven't soaked my pellet too much, so literally it just binds together, but it's still got the pellet shape. Whereas if you soak it a bit more, then obviously you can make it crumbly and all that lot. But yeah, I've just soaked it just enough to hold together. I'll put it out on the feeder. I've got 8mm pellet on a rubber band on the hook on one rod with a mesh, tiny little mesh ball about that big of pellet, same 8mm. I'm not using mixed pellet at the moment. I have got some different sizes, so I might change later on. But I've also got some garlic pellet 8mm which I might try, which I've had for ages, which do normally work for me quite well. And on the other rods, same as Phil, I've got an 8mm pellet on a hair rig, but because of my 8mm pellets aren't drilled, my other ones, I'll put a rubber band onto the hair rig, put the rubber band on the pellet, and same thing, little mesh ball of pellet. I've already had a little nibble on the feeder, but I haven't had nothing take yet. We might be moving the belt today if we can, depending on if there's too many people turn up. Obviously we can't, but at the moment there's only one other person right next to me, so. But yeah, I have got a new tackle box which I'll probably show you, and I've got a new Nash ball maker which I'll probably show you in a bit as well. But other than that,
I've also brought a bit of mesh.
This boy don't bring no mesh. Alright, yeah, well I brought, because I need a new tackle box, my one of the handles broke on it. So I've got two tackle boxes, and I've pretty much got everything out the two tackle boxes into this one. I've got a Ridge Monkey Armory tackle box, and it's got two compartments. In the top compartment you've got a spot for rigs. Obviously I've still got one side completely empty. Rigs, you get double pins with it, so you can put two rigs on one thing, or you get single pins. Obviously on my feeder rod I am using a size 10 hook, same as normal, no change there. Obviously I've got all my barbless hooks in here. These are braid at the top, but you can't use them down here. So, but then it takes about 2 hands to try and undo the bottom bit. And then in the bottom, I've got another bit for rigs. These are all my barbless mono. And then you've got loads of different compartments. Like in here, got like fake sweet corn, some all sorts of different bits. I've got another fake floating sweet corn there, bits for feeders, swivels, all sorts, quick releases, bandoms, obviously your tubes in here. I've got obviously your clips in there. All my tools are in here. floats, weights, feeders, BBs, boardie stops, hooks. And what I have been doing, I know these are a bit dearer hooks, but I've been buying these ones, these Korda Kamakura, only because they've got the number of the size on the top, so when I put them in I can see them. So once I use them hooks, I'll probably just buy the normal hooks that I would normally buy. I'll put them in that case anyway. So I just like it where you can see the number on the top, so you know what you're getting. Anyway, I brought this yesterday as well, the Nash ball maker. Now this is the 40mm version because this is all they had, but all you do is you put, like, say, soaked pellet or ground bait, anything really in there, cross boilie, anything in there, put that on top, and then it squeeze it together, and you've got a button on here, so you push the button on there, then push the button on the bottom one, and it'll come out like a ball. And now all I was thinking with that is either getting some ground bait. Obviously I haven't got ground bait today, I've only got pellet and boilies and some pop-ups, but what I was thinking was putting some soaked pellet in there, put a boilie or something in the middle, and then put more soaked pellet on top, make a nice bowl, and so forth. I did buy some mesh, but I bought the Ridge Monkey ones because I thought they might be able to fit in my box, in my tackle box. I've got a spare slot I haven't filled up yet, but no, they don't fit. Phil's just using it now, but it does come on the top of the Ridge Monkey thing. It comes on like a little scoop on top of the Ridge Monkey tube, which I think is quite handy. So, yeah, Phil's obviously not using his rod pod today. He's got his bank sticks with his rods, because he's going to try and do quite quick, but I haven't got any bank sticks, I've only got my rod pod. But I have been looking at the New Direction transformer system, which is pretty much your rod pod and your bank sticks in one, which I quite like, so I might be getting that soon, because then I can literally, whenever I get to the bank, depending on where I am or if I keep moving, if I haven't got enough room to put a rod pod or multiple bank sticks, I'll put one bank stick in the ground, put a free top on top. If the ground's too soft, I can add more bank sticks to that top to make it stronger. If the ground's rock solid, I can turn it into a rod pod. So yeah, other than that, nothing else really. Alright, my field's on. He's got it.
Oh, £7.13 ounces.
So thin, isn't it?
Oh. Right, can I have a picture?
Yeah. £7.13 ounces.
Well, first carp caught today. Lovely.
Yep.
Absolutely beautiful. Let's get him back in.
As you can see, Phil's barrow isn't very good. Look. Should have got Fox Deluxe Explorer, shouldn't you? Oh, yeah. So you always keep falling over.
So Mitchell's on. Have you got it? I'm on.
Wait until you see what I got on an 8mm pellet. Yeah, look. See that little thing? 8mm pellet. Yeah, the hook in its mouth. Right, let me just go over the field. Whee! You got it? Little carp? Huh?
Little baby carp.
Huh?
Little baby carp.
Little baby carp. Wait till I'll show you what I got on the video.
No.
Wait till you see what I got.
Thing. Tell you what.
You gonna take a picture of that?
Yeah. Right, look at that black line going down it, yeah?
Yeah.
And then I've got a little picture, I can see if I catch it again. Calm down.
5 minutes, man.
Tiny little carp.
Yeah.
Lovely little
got
thing.
enough battery in that one.
Huh?
You got enough battery in that one.
I had to try and roll it quick because the
Yeah, the field just had a little baby carp. Yeah, have a look at this.
So I'm going to show you how to make a hair rig. So, scissors, chosen hook link, hook, bait of your choice, bait stop, anti-tangle sleeve. So that is all you are going to need. So basically you start off, pick the hook link up, I know about 9" hook link, 8". All depends on how long you want your rig to be. And all you do is you start off by tying overhand knot as small as you like just to hold the bait on. This to me is the worst bit because it's the most fiddly. All you do is get it where you need it, do a bit of a lick, put it nice and taut, then you end up with a little overhand knot. All you do is trim the tag end off, just like that. So you end up with that. Don't know if you can see that, just like that. And then the thing I have trouble with when using tiny bait is getting my baiting needle through the little hole. So what I do is I'll grab a little bit of spare line and I'll just thread it through the knot you've just made, and then that will go through the pre-drilled pellet. You just pull it on, and there you go, your bait is on your hair. And you just get a tiny little bait stop, you just literally plonk that on, pull it down, and that's your hook, your bait nice and secure. Then you will grab your hook. Sorry, this is only a small hook because I'm using size 10s today. Tiny little hook. Now what you want to do is you want to put the line so it's going towards the point of your hook, and then pull it up. Preferably I like to keep my bait quite close to my hook, so see that, just like that. And then all I do, make sure the line is nice and straight with the back of your hook. Hold your hook down the bottom, and then all you want to do is wrap it round, depending on the size of the hook, depending on how many times you wrap it round, going down, and then 2 times up, and then back through towards the point of the hook again. This is so fiddly. So you end up with that. And then all you want to do is, I'm using an anti-tangle sleeve. Main reason I'm using it is because I'm using a quick release swivel going from my weight. So you will put the anti-tangle sleeve on, and then again, depending how big you want your rig to be, is how big you will tie the knot. So all you do again, overhand knot. Now normally you want to make sure that the loop is big enough to get your hook back through, but because I'm using quick release it doesn't matter. Literally same as you did with the hair, but instead of going round once I will go through twice, just because just like that. Again, give it a little bit of a lick and put it tight. And then what I like to do is just get one of my little drill bits and the other one, and pull as tight as you can. And that. Then all you do is cut the tag end off the top and pull the anti-tangle sleeve up, and then that is your rig done.
Phil had a little baby carp out, just chucked it back in. Would have got a stank on camera.
Yeah.
But
I had to
battery
get it
died.
back in because it was just,
Yeah, battery died.
you know.
I'm just redoing my rods. Got one rod left to do, then I'll be fully back out. Yep.
Little baby one. Just gonna chuck it straight back. It's only a little
tiny carp again. Little diddy.
What's that? 4 fish now. So that's the 3rd fish for me. Mitchell still only had the one. You don't seem to be getting any bites. I'm getting quite a lot of liners. I've lost one this morning, which did feel like the biggest one. Yeah, so hopefully I'll catch a few more. It's turned out to be an okay day. So Mitchell's moved spot to just on my right here. So he's hoping to have a bit more luck that end. I'm still fishing the same spot, and hopefully I have a bit more luck. But in case you're wondering about what you need for fishing, I thought I'd just go for a quick sort of what you need to start. Yeah, the basics. So you'll need a unhooking that, rods, reels. Now you don't need bite alarms. I mean, when I started, when I was younger, I used to just use a paint stick and a bottle cap on the line. But I mean, bite alarms are better. You don't need to go expensive. Like I've got the Nash Dwarf 10-foot rods, 3-pound test curve. But you can get NGT stuff. That's what we all started on, which is cheap. It's like, I mean, even the Nash bite alarms I've got, they're only £20 each. But you can get NGT ones for about a £5. So it's well worth starting off with NGT until you know that you like it. Now I prefer a rod pod, but you don't need a rod pod. You can just have bank sticks like what I've got. You obviously need a net. Now certain lakes have rules on what size net you can use, but obviously lakes like this, small net's absolutely fine. And just a bit of terminal tackle, some scissors, a baiting needle, and then it's just your bait. I mean, you can use, you know, if you're looking for a cheap day, sweet corn bread, anything like that. So it doesn't have to be expensive to start. And I mean, a lot of people think it's boring sitting there, you know, you don't know that you're going to catch, but it's quite relaxing, especially if you've got a busy job or a busy life. Coming out once every couple of weeks just to chill out, you know, no one around you, absolutely fantastic. And I think it helps, you know, more and more people are suffering from mental health, and I think it helps to be outside and relaxing a lot. I mean, Mitchell's just mental, so yeah, it's well worth trying, honestly. I mean, you go into your local tackle shop, ask for help, they will help you.
Your local tackle shop, you end up spending £6 later, coming out with a handful.
It is addictive, isn't it?
Don't go in with a card.
Yeah, no,
Just go with cash.
it is an addictive sport. I mean, I started when I was young with my granddad, and then, you know, as I got older, I was working a lot more, you know, house, kids. I stopped for, well, over 10 years, and then we started up again just before lockdown. No, it was
after lockdown.
I weren't. Well, we started up, and
In the middle of lockdown.
we sort of fell in love with it all over again. And obviously we had to build all our fishing gear back up. So like I say, we started with NGT, we went down our local boot fair and literally just brought NGT stuff. I mean, you can buy a whole kit off eBay for about 120 quid NGT, which would get you started. But we went down there, just brought, you know, £5 bite alarm here, you know, what was it, £10 reel.
Yeah, unless you made 13.
But it's well worth doing, honestly. If you've never tried it and you want to try it, it's not as daunting as people think, is it? Some people seem to think it's a bit, you know, I mean, some things look a bit complicated now, and it's not so bad.
A bit of patience, isn't it?
Yeah, patience. But honestly, it's well worth trying. So Mitchell's on. Don't know what it's caught yet. What do you reckon it is, Mitch? A bream. Mitchell's got another. You had a bream this morning, didn't you?
It was all fish out this morning.
Oh wow, at least it's a fish off.
Yeah. This is the fish.
Oh. Yeah. Little fishy. I haven't had nothing for a minute. It's going a bit slow now. Where did you catch that one?
From the bush.
What, right there?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
The net be wet.
first one on your feeder.
First one in the net. I didn't net the other one.
Right, wow.
Too small.
Oh, fish!
Fucking hell. Let's go.
Is that a bream? Gold bream. Tiny little, well, not tiny little bream, but little bream. I'm just thinking about recasting that rod.
Yeah, you can do now. Looks like I will. Yeah, handy tip. And net floats.
Yeah.
Feels on.
Don't go in there. What is she? Ah. Starting to get attacked by bream now. Hey? Oh no, baby carp. That's little baby carp. Tell you what, that looks similar to the one I caught earlier.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, you ain't got a very good net.
It's good now. I haven't had no
It's just
trouble
come off
with
on
it.
its own. Not very good net. It's come off on its own. Right, well, we're just packing up and Phil's got a fish. Little bream.
Yeah.
Little bream.